Right, this is the next in the series of getting Xena the Warrior Princess running again. Gotta get this camera right first. This wants to focus too low. So I've got this piece installed. I've got the coil back on using the milk jug strips. You've probably seen my other videos on how to do that. So the next thing I need to do is figure out if I'm going to install the carburetor that was on here back on, and I have decided to try and do that. It's pretty dirty, pretty funky. It's missing the little air valve jet, so to speak, that clips right there. So I've got to clean that out. Let me see if I can just get a little screwdriver or something up in there to clean the gunk out. What happens with this is when you push the primer bulb, it's going to pull in air from this opening, and it is somebody stuck aluminum foil or something up in here to thinking they could make that work, but I've got to get that out. I don't know why that's in there. So let me show you what I'm talking about. See this little jet? Somebody jammed something up in there. See that? Looks like aluminum foil. Well, that has to be open in order for this primer. There you go. Doing some surgery here. Got another chunk of aluminum foil out, and I think that may be all of it. I believe it is. Okay, let me shoot a little card cleaner in here and see if it'll come out that opening. Yep. All right, so we got that cleaned out. I'm going to have to go into my spare parts and find one of these little white plastic jets that I can clip in there. Let me soak that up. Gotta watch out for the carb cleaner on rubber. Before I do that, I've got to get this out because it's broken. So what I'm going to do is use some needle nose pliers and get it where the plate is facing me, and I'm going to remember how it went in. So there's the number, the part number is on this side, on the outside. So I'm going to grab it and pull, and it came out easy. And now this comes out, and so now I just have to find one of these. So let me see if I can do that. All right, be patient with me. I'm going to see if I can find one. Box of what I call modern carb parts, and somewhere in here will be one of these, and there's one in very good condition. So I'm going to slide this into the opening. Okay, so just pop the new one in that opening there, and it goes down into a hole, in the bottom. I'm going to swing it around that way so the slot is facing me. And I get my brass butterfly, and I have the number facing me, being held by the needle nose, and I'm going to ease this in here into this slot. Okay, so it's in there, and it does. There's no binding. Working good. So I can throw this broken one away. Don't need that. And now, while I've got my modern carb parts box out, let's see if I can find one of those plastic jets. And here's a jar of them. Okay, there's one that's a gray one, which I don't want. I want a white one, because I know it'll have a hole in it. I have a theory on the gray ones. I think they go in. Anyway, I think you need to drill them out. But this one, I can see it opening, see light in that. So you take the carburetor now, and this just, let me see, this just clips in. Okay, it's just going to slide in with the pointed part with the ridges on it on the outside. Okay, so that's in there now. It just kind of clips in there. All right. All right. So now, it looks like I see some grunge up in there. Let me see. Yeah, there's some dirt up in there. I'm going to take this hose off this tank, either replace it or clean it. There's visible dirt coming out of it, which would just again go in right into your carburetor and mess things up. Let me get that off of there. Okay, that's all right. Let's take a look at this thing. That doesn't look too bad. Let me see if I've got a screwdriver there. That might go in, yeah. So that went in there pretty easily. I might have to clean that out a little bit. I don't usually use carb cleaner, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's not the best thing for rubber, but if it's not exposed too long, it might be all right. So let me take these gloves off and see if I can get a towel down there. See if I can soak up some of this grunge. Oh, it's not too bad on that side. Let's see this side. Just a little bit of carbon there. Okay. Now we're going to put this back on this tank. Get my hose clamps on here. Well, actually, get it going on there first, as far as I can go with my hand. And this is the outside, so I want my hose clamp ears facing me. So I'm going to get this one on. ears facing me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my carburetor on, but before I do that, I've got to slip the this gasket to prevent air leaks. Oh, I lost my little plastic piece. I dropped it, and it's round, and so it really bounced and took off. But at least, all right, I'm going to put the rubber gasket in here. Okay, and let me go look into that other one, see if I can find where it bounced to. Yeah, here it is. This just clips into place and is there to hold the rubber gasket in place. So that clicks in there. And if you watched any of my videos, you know I put the tank and the carburetor on at the same time. So I go ahead and unify these. Got that on there. Now I'm gonna snug up the hose clamp, and the governor spring is still on here, so I'm glad to see that. I'm going to swing this arm out here, the carburetor linkage, this metal arm, and make the L turn to put it through that little hole, and then begin to ease it over with this metal extension here. Goes on top. All right. Now it's sort of in position, so now I can start easing the tank in. And the little white plastic thing I installed on the car may pop out. There it goes. But I can reinstall that. And by doing that, I don't break. By doing it this way, I don't break the butterfly arm that was broken off on that other carburetor. I'm avoiding that. Okay, so now I can ease this on. That's in. Now I can finish putting the tank down. It's in place. That all looks good. All right, and this seems to be working pretty good. We're going to go ahead and sign off now. When you come back, I'll have a little bit more assembled, but the carburetor's on, and that's a big step, and it's been repaired. In between now and the next video, I'm gonna put some fuel in that tank and check for leaks. I'll see you when I come back.